the types of the magnets that are dia, para and ferro and their properties. Now, why some substances are acts like a diamagnets, why some of the substances are acts like a paramagnet, and few more is acts like a ferromagnet. To explain them, first Langevin suggested one theorem that is not in our syllabus, Langevin electron theorem. Langevin is trying to explain few acts like a diamagnets due to this reason, and few acts like a paramagnets due to this is the reason, that is electronic theorem. The Langevin electron theorem is explained diamagnetism and paramagnetism, but failed to explain the ferromagnetism. Why some substances are kept in the external magnetic field that are converted as magnets? It is not explained by the Langevin's electron theorem, and it is explained by another scientist with the help of domain theorem. The domain theorem is suggested by scientist Weiss theorem or domain theorem. This is clearly explained about the which one? Ferromagnetism. Now, what is the domain theorem? Let us take this is one of the ferromagnet. As per the Weiss theorem or domain theorem, this is the ferromagnet. Inside the ferromagnets, it is one domain. 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 These all are the domains. What are the arrow marks? Arrow marks are magnetic moments. What is the symbol for magnetic moment? Capital M. See, these arrow marks are magnetic moments. In see the domains, magnetic moments are in different directions. In this one, magnetic moments are in this direction. In this one, in this direction. In this one, magnetic moments in this direction. But we don't know which direction that are exist. Just roughly I can draw it, but it is not sure like this. Not sure like this. Just I am drawn, that's enough. You can draw here like this also. At this place, instead of these lines, you draw these lines also. But it is not the correct direction. It is our wish. That's why I am drawn different directions. In ferromagnet, number of domains are present before taken in the external magnetic field. We are not taken in the external magnetic field. In the ferromagnets, domains are arranged like this. In each domain, magnetic moment, this is the direction of magnetic moment, lies in the different directions. Means ferromagnet is not in the external magnetic field. So all the domains, in all domains, number of magnetic moments are in different directions. Different direction. So net magnetism is 0. In the ferromagnet, number of domains are in different directions. So the net magnetism is how much? 0. Now we want to take this ferromagnet in the external magnetic field. When ferromagnet is taken, when it is taken in the external magnetic field, all the magnetic lines of forces. In the property of ferromagnetism, we are studied. All the magnetic lines are passing through the ferromagnet. When it is taken in the external magnetic field, all the magnetic lines are passing through the ferromagnet. When all magnetic lines are passing through the ferromagnet, that magnetic lines are breaks, rupture, break all the domains, break all the domains. As a result, all magnetic moments before the magnetic field different directions. When it is taken in the external magnetic field, magnetic lines are passing through the domain, break the boundaries of domain. All the magnetic moments are stands in the direction of magnetic field. This is the external magnetic field. These all magnetic moments are stands in the direction of external magnetic field. Then it is converted as a magnet. Okay, this is happened. When it is taken in the external magnetic field, all the magnetic lines are passing through this, breaks the boundaries of domain. So all the magnetic moments are arranged in the direction of magnetic field. So it become as a magnet or converted as a magnet. If it is removed from the external magnetic field, the domains never form. When it is removed from external magnetic field, domains never form. That's why it is become as a magnet. It is become as a magnet or converted as a magnet. This is happened in the ferromagnet. Okay. Now we can heat the ferromagnet. We increase the temperature of the ferromagnet, it lost few of its properties. Otherwise, ferromagnet doesn't lose its properties. When we can heat them, when give the heat energy, temperature is increased. Give the heat energy, temperature increased. At certain temperature, the ferromagnet lost all its properties and converted as a paramagnet. But its magnetic properties lost, but it gets the paramagnetic properties. That's why we have one definition. It is also important for 2 marks question. At which temperature ferromagnet lost all its properties and become as a paramagnet is called Curie temperature. Madam Curie suggested this. At Curie temperature, the ferromagnet lost all its properties and gets the properties of paramagnet. This Curie temperature inversely proportional to susceptibility, or susceptibility is inversely proportional to Curie temperature. Means the ferromagnet is converted as a paramagnet at a Curie temperature. Means its nature doesn't change, only properties are changed. This is called by the second order change of the phase. In chemistry you have, especially in physical chemistry you have one topic, first order change of the phase, second order change of the phase. Now the conversion of the ferromagnet as a paramagnet is called as second order change of the phase. Now what is the meaning of that? Here the nature is not changed. If it is iron, iron is converted as a ferromagnet, taken the external magnetic, iron is iron only, but it is acts like a paramagnet at certain temperature. But iron structure doesn't change. Structure is not changed, but properties are changed. That kind of a change of the phase is called second order change of the phase. Especially we can use that in the conversion of ferro into para. At Curie temperature, the ferromagnet is converted as a paramagnet. That temperature is called Curie temperature. This Curie temperature is inversely proportional to susceptibility. Okay, this is also one of the topic in our syllabus. Up to now we are not get this in the examination. But who is suggested domain theorem for ferromagnet? Scientist Weiss. It is also called by Weiss. It is a noun. but we can pronounce it in any way. Okay, domain theory is applicable for ferromagnets. Who is suggested that? It is suggested by the scientist Weiss. Okay, this is one of the topic in our syllabus.